everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is Crafting with V. If you're new here, welcome. So glad to have you. And if you're returning, thank you so much for returning. So what I have for you today is a friend mail unboxing from Julie S. I did receive this on Wednesday. I think it actually came in on Tuesday, but I didn't pick it up till Wednesday. Anyway, I'm not going to show you the box because it has her address on it, but I will get everything out of here. Let's see what we have. I've got Stardust in my lap here. So, got a big envelope here that was in the top. Oh my gosh. Let's go ahead and look at this first. Let's see. Okay, I knew that she was going to send these to me. They're some of the older four-placers. And if you look, if you take some of these older ones and the newer ones are a lot thinner than the older ones. And I like the older four-placers, and she knew that, so she sent me a little baggie full of them. Love that because I will use those. Okay. Aw, isn't that cute? That is the card that she sent me. It says, "What's the skinny?" And it's got the 3 cats on there. Here are some trays and special shaped canvases. Pass on what you don't want. Have a perfect day. Julie S. Aw, that is so adorable. This will go up on my little wall that I have all my cards on. Okay, I'm going to show you these here in just a second. We will open those in just a minute. I'm going to show you what all is in here first. Let's see. Oh, this is cute. Okay. I will definitely have to say I have enough of these pens now to last quite a while. These are all the ones with the clear wax in them, but I like the tips, whether I use them on these or take them and put them in my Diamond Art Club one. I love those. So I do have a bunch of my pens. Between Margie and Julie, they're keeping me well stocked on those, so thank you so much. Let me put this down for a minute. And look at this. This is so pretty. Hope that I'll be able to use it. It doesn't look too skinny, so I think I should be able to. Oops. Hopefully I didn't just break it. Okay. Well, what? What is it? Trying to, you know what? I'm trying to figure this out, and I think I figured it out now. Let's get one of these tips out of here. It did come with a bunch of different tips. Okay, let's see. Get the single placer one out of here. Pull that off of there like that. And then, okay, that's what it is. Those tips fit in there just like this. Okay. And then you just use it as a regular pen. You can put the lid back on it. Isn't that pretty? I love it. That's so pretty. I will try to use this some. absolutely love that. I'm going to put it over here in my little tray. Let's see, what is this? Oh, this is neat. Look at this. I was actually needing a new one of these anyway because I keep my keys on something like this anyway. And my other one broke. So right now I'm using a thick hairband as one of the wristlet things to hold all my keys. So this is absolutely perfect. How nice. I love this. And of course it fits me well because it has the diamond and the diamonds on that part. That is so cute. I love that. I will definitely be putting my keys on that here in just a little bit. Okay. And this is a baggie full of the wax, the clear wax. I love the clear wax. These are my favorite types of wax, and I do use the other waxes too. I use pink, blue, and all those, but these are my favorite. As you can see, I do have some more, but in this pen I had some of the other colors around me at the time, so that's what I put in there. I've got blue and pink. You can see there's some clear in the middle. I make it all pretty. But anyway, I've got plenty of wax now. Thank you so much, Julie. Let's see, what else is in here? I knew she was sending the pens, and she told me she was sending trays. And she did. She sent a lot of trays. Okay. A lot of trays. This is going to go far, helping me fill up my little cart over here with these trays. Let's see. Okay, I have 2 of the small trays, of the Diamond Art Club trays. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of these. And I will take a picture here in a minute and show you the top of my tray, my little metal card over here, and show you exactly what I plan on doing with all these, because these work perfect. I can put 3 of these across in there, or the smaller ones I can use one of the little dividers in my little cart and put the smaller ones in there too. Anyway, I love these trays. I think and then she also sent me, I like the Dreamer Designs, the light colored trays, because I have a tower in my craft room. As soon as I can get back in there, because for one, it's winter time, it gets cold in there. You wouldn't know it from today, but it gets really, really cold in there. But I do have a setup in there for these Dreamer Designs trays. And I like the lighter, oops, don't go anywhere. I like the lighter colored trays. And that's mainly what she sent me. There's a couple of the dark purple ones in here, but these ones I like the best. And I needed about 10. What is in there? Oh, that's what's in there. She also sent the little divider pieces that go with these. And we'll take those out here in a little bit Thank you so much, Julie. But with mine in there, I can, in that tray set, I can double these up like this. And they'll fit in there. I could probably put 2 more on top of them. But just to finish filling it up with double ones, I needed about 10 more, and she sent me plenty of these. So I will be able to put 2 and 3 in each of those. Not just the 10 that I needed. So this will work out great. And hopefully this summer I'll be able to work on a bigger painting back there. But I have all kinds of them. I do have a couple of the dark purple ones too. Very nice. And all of them come with these little things. The dividers in there. So if I wanted, I could have 2 colors on each of these. I'm not going to take all of these out because they are all the same. Oh, look. There is 2 more of the small Diamond Art Club trays. Okay, what else do we have in here? I got those 2. Make sure she didn't bury anything else in here. I think the rest of those are just the trays. Okay. She did, however, send me 1 of my butterfly trays. And the reason I call these butterfly trays is whenever I was buying these from Temu, a lot of them had butterflies on the front of them, plus they have the little stopper that is a butterfly. And then she sent me some of the little bottoms for them so that you can make it to where they separate them like 4 or 5, what is this, separate the diamonds into 4s, 3s, and then 2s, or you could just do regular spacing on them. I think the other side is just, no, this one has just more spots on it, bigger spots on the other side. And then the regular part of the tray, without that insert to it, has just the regular diamond painting ones like this. So, anyway, I'm not going to take the rest of these out, but she did send me some butterfly tray things to go in those, along with the 1 butterfly tray, which I do have the little holder for these, so I will be able to put those in there. Plus, you can actually fit those in my cart over here as well. So, really do like that. Ignore my door over here. We've got to get that fixed. We were having to redo the siding and re-insulate it, basically. I don't know what it's called, but the stuff that you put in there to insulate it. And we haven't got that fixed yet. But anyway, I'm going to put all this stuff back in here. Trying to make sure that there was nothing else hiding in here. I don't think there is. Okay. So, I'm really excited about this card. She sent me a bunch of special shaped diamond paintings. These are going to be so much fun. Let's see. This one says Amazon Crystal Kitty Special. I don't want to tear that, but I want to show these to y'all. I'm going to have to tear it. That's okay. We are going to look at this. Okay, it came with typical toolkit. I'm not going to take all these drills out. This is taped to it. It did come with 2 pins, not just one. It did come with 2 and a multi-placer baggies, a squishy, and a green tray. These are some really pretty colors. Look at all those. Flip it over so y'all can see all of those. Aren't those pretty? Okay, now let's look at the painting. Isn't that just so pretty? Absolutely love this one. Just absolutely adorable. If that was a black cat, that would be Stardust. Absolutely adorable. Thank you so much, Julie. I love this. Put this one back. We've already been on here 16 minutes and I'm just now getting to this part. Let's look at the rest of these. Okay. Come on. Oops, I dropped it. Okay, let's go on to the next one. I'm just grabbing these out of the package. This one is a Christmas one. Let's look at this real quick. This one has 6 colors. And they are already out of the package, so we will go ahead and show all those. Aren't those pretty? I love those. These would be good ones to take with me. Look at that. That is such a pretty cottage. That is so, so pretty. I love all the reds in that. Red is close to pink. I love that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put these back in here until I get them set up and everything. Let's put this in here. Okay. Get that back in the package. Oh my gosh. I know that I am gonna love this one. And I'll show you why. Can you see that part right there? I collect Coca-Cola stuff. I always have, ever since I was younger. I've got those glass Coca-Cola bottles from, I think I started getting them. It was either, I know I got the 96 ones, but I think I got a few of them before then. So I have so many Coca-Cola bottles. And I quit buying them not too long. They quit making the glass Coca-Cola bottles, at least from what I've found. I haven't found any more of them since, but I've got all kinds of the glass Coca-Cola bottles, but I especially had the 1996 one, which is the year my oldest daughter was born. It's also the year that I graduated high school. Anyway, have my typical toolkit. That is actually all you need to start diamond painting. I'm going to go ahead and open these up. Why not? Even though you could probably see them anyway already. But I've got to show you the colors in this. We've got gold, green, red, clear, and then the big red marquee. I think those are marquees. If I'm wrong, let me know. The gold buttons. And these look like little flowers. At least these will be easier. I say that. And then I probably won't be able to get them back in this package, but we'll see. Okay, let's look at this one. Oh no, don't stick them there. That is absolutely adorable. Look at that. I love this one. I think out of these, this will be the first one that I do. I love that. Absolutely love it. And these have to be, one of those black cats down there has to be Stardust. And then we don't have any that look like Max on here, but that's okay. Max is my brother's cat. He's a yellow cat, and he is a pain sometimes, but I am so much going to love doing this one. Get this one and roll it back up. I'm not even going to put this one back in the plastic because this one's probably going to be done this weekend. I don't care if it's Christmas or not. This one's going to be done this weekend. Absolutely love that. Okay, let's go ahead with the next one. This one has 8 colors. Let's see what this one is. This one looks like it's a Christmas one too. I'm really gonna... It's stuck. It did not want to come out of that package. Okay, we got the typical toolkit. And then we have all of these. Let's go ahead. These are easier to put back in the package. So I'm going to get this out. I'm going to show you the drills first. It is a Christmas one. Look at all those colors. These are going to be so pretty. Okay. Let's go ahead and put these back in here. And then I will show you the picture real quick. This is really, really cute too. I might have a bunch to do in Christmas in July. Look at all that. That is so pretty. With all those colors in the background with that dark background, it's just gonna pop. Love, love, love that. So pretty. Okay. So let's go ahead and we're gonna roll this one back up and go on to the next one. I'll put it back in the little cover here in just a little bit. This one has a bunch of flowers. And it actually has 10 colors. Where's it at? I know it's here somewhere. Am I missing the opening part? It looks like it's... There it is. Okay. Let's look at this. This one's a bigger one. Got your typical toolkit. And then, oh, we'll look at these in a minute. That is just so, so pretty. And it's got all the pinks and purples in it. Here's another one that will have to be done very, very quickly. Look at that. That is just gorgeous. Very, very pretty. Let's open up this part. Because I can already tell by some of these drills in here, this is going to be gorgeous. Okay, let's look at these. Love those purples and pinks. But those are not the best one. This one, look at that. That is just so pretty. And then the gold ones. And then you've got another purple one, like an AB. Love that one. This is going to be so pretty. I know, I've said that over and over, huh? Okay, let's go on to the next one. There's still a couple in here. She set me up with the special shapes, which is good because I do not have a whole lot of special shaped canvases. I do have like the off canvas stuff, but I don't have a whole lot of special shaped canvases. So this one is another Christmas one. This has 9 colors. Let's look at this. Okay. Typical toolkit. I might have to make sure that I have some of these done by next Christmas. And I might do them and then take them down to the nursing home to let them put some on the residence walls or maybe decorate somewhere. This one is so, so pretty. Look at that. That kind of reminds me of like an old schoolhouse. I know it's probably not, but in a way, just the shape of it kind of reminds me of that. But, you know, it's a little house. Look. There. Is that a little kid or is that a gnome? I don't know. It might be a snowman. That is just so pretty. I love that. And then the colors on it, we'll go ahead and look at these really, really quick. Maybe it'll be really quick. Okay. These will definitely give me something to do whenever I want something in between all of my other canvases. Look at those. Very, very pretty. What is it, Stardust? You were up here in my lap and you got down. Okay, so let's roll this one back up. And then we are going to go on to the next one. Okay, I got 2 more things in here. And that's it. That is so cute. I love that sticker. I'm gonna definitely have to figure out a place to put that. Isn't that just so cute? If I'm moody, give me foodie. I love that. That is absolutely adorable. Okay. And then the last one, and this is so, I can already tell. I'm looking at the thumbnail on it. I love a big, fluffy cat. There is the toolkit. Let's look at this. Here's somebody racing down the road. Look at all these colors first. Love that one. And that one right there, the pink. Okay. I'll put those back in there in just a minute. Isn't this just adorable? It's a little cat with the moon, and it's a big fluffy cat. This one's going to be so, so cute. I really think that this one is so adorable. Okay, so anyway, that is all I have for today. Thank you, Julie, for this. This was so sweet of you. I love all of this. And I will definitely put the trays to use. You know how I am with all of my whips going that I have going. In fact, I started doing a couple more. I'll give y'all a sneak peek of that. Of one of them anyway. The other one is in the other room and I can't show it to you. But I was wanting something smaller to do because sometimes you just get tired of working on the bigger canvases. I did show that to you, didn't I? I think I did. But anyway, if I didn't, there it is. This one's absolutely adorable too. But I'm definitely going to start on the Coca-Cola one. Absolutely loved that one. But I'm going to give you a little sneak peek at one that I'm working on that I started because I just needed to start something. Hold on just a second. Okay, so I've got it almost halfway done. And what I have on here is I'm always doing stuff like this. And this is bigger squares on this one that I've made. But this is actually just parchment paper. Now, if you do this, do not get wax paper. Make sure it is parchment paper. Because the parchment paper does not stick and you can pull it off. But make sure that it is parchment paper. The other ones do not work. Anyway, that's what I used on here was parchment paper. And I've just been rolling a dice to get the number that I wanted to do, and it just happened to turn out to where the middle, I'm not rolling to get those. And one day I'll show you how I roll the dice to get like the 16 and that. I've got one dice that has 1 through 4 on it, and then I've got a 10-sided dice which has 0 through 9. The 1 through 4 is the first number, and then, the 1 through 4 is the first number, and then the 9, the other one is the second number. The only exception is if I roll a 0 with that. If I got a 1 and a 0 for the 10, that would be fine. I would do the 10. But if it was just a 0 with a number that I didn't have, then I would go with these other ones. The 2 and the 3 and all them. Anyway, that is all I have for today. And I will see you in the next video. Everyone take care. And I'll see you next time. Bye.